You need to shut the fuck up.
Hey, motherfuckers. This is Minx. Suck my balls.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
put on your uniform right,
Expert Action Badge.
show up to work on time,
Expert Action Badge.
qualify on your weapon,
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
find your guide on.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right, just doing your normal warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action. The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Action Badge.
This is Randy Couture, and you're listening to WTF Nation Radio.
How is everybody doing? I've had an amazing week. I hope you guys have had one as well. And it's fucking Friday. Hell yeah. What's up, you guys? Hello, Pookie. Hello, Mom.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's January 12th. Forgot. I gotta say that shit. So.
Oh, it is January 12th.
It is. We are almost halfway through January. And oh my God, the shit show that is going on. It's amazing.
I'm already loving it. Every bit of it. It's awesome.
Right. Ugh. How has your guys' week been? Ooh.
Extremely uneventful.
Has it?
Yes, it's been a very boring week for me.
Aw.
Poor guy.
Poor you.
Mine, I don't know. I got stuck in the ass, so there's always that.
Like butt
So what?
stuff? Wait, hold on. I have questions now. Like butt stuff stuck in the ass or like...
Needles.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
No.
Needles in the ass are never fun.
No, they're not.
Depends on what you're into.
I mean, I guess.
I'm
but...
totally not into that. I mean, I had to be pilled Cosby'd in order to be into this on the other day. And I was pretty wasted for the rest of the day.
You were
Oh, that sounds like
fucked
fun.
up. It was so bad. Like we were playing Grand Theft Auto after it, and it was honestly, if I'm gonna be completely honest, it was really frustrating playing with you because it was like, Mom.
Sober up.
We just need you to stay alive. That's all we need you to do. Like, hide. We don't really care. Just stay alive. And you're like, what? As you walk into the firefight. No. Like, complete opposite. It was great, though. Pookie, do you remember those peanut butter shots that people got in, like, basic?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the penicillin shots.
Yeah, I never had to get that. So I never understood people's pain. To this day, I still don't understand people's pain when they're like, oh, yeah, that peanut butter shot hurt like a bitch. I didn't have to get it. So suck a dick, faggots. Oh, wait.
I didn't either. I didn't either.
Don't they put like some lidocaine in it too?
No.
Oh, I thought
The reason why it balls
lie.
up like that is because they don't properly massage it afterwards.
Yeah, right? You got to give that ass massage. But no, so I didn't get it because I'm allergic to C-chlor, which is an antibiotic in the penicillin family. I can take penicillin. I can take all the other fucking, antibiotics within the penicillin family. The Army doesn't know that, though. They just know that I'm allergic to something within the penicillin family, so therefore, ergo, Latin, I must be allergic to penicillin, so I didn't have to get it. So I spent the next couple days, like, smacking people on the ass, and then running away.
That's funny.
Because I'm an asshole. Right? Exactly, Hunter. Whoops. I said the wrong word. I said the magic baguette word. Fucking shit happens.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Did you?
I
didn't hear it.
Hopefully they didn't hear it either. But yeah. So my week was good. I don't know if you guys know what meth mouth is. It's a legit thing. If you don't know what it is, definitely I would suggest Google image search that shit. But yeah. I saw the worst case I have ever seen in my 13 years of being in the medical field. Worst case. And normally, when I was in the Army, I didn't see it really at all because, again, we're not fucking meth heads. If we are, you're caught rather quickly, right? Well, since being on the civilian side now, I'm seeing it a lot, and it's disgusting. And like I said, I think it was last week, teeth are a big deal for me. If at least have them, right? At least make sure that they're fucking there. Meth mouth, they're not there. So this patient today was in their early 30s, had maybe 5 teeth. All the others had been rotted away. It was disgusting. Ugh. And I'd operate on a patient literally twice this person's age, and this 70-something-year-old person had more teeth than the 30-year-old. And I was like, God damn, teeth, come on, where are yours? And then the ones that this person did have were fucking pocketed and with black shit. It was disgusting. Ugh, it was disgusting.
Just gross.
Bad. But what was really disgusting, and I just ate too, mind you. I just ate not too long ago, literally 7 minutes ago. Yeah, exactly, Christopher Dennis. It was disgusting. But no, what was really gross was that after lunch, so I had also just eaten, I then had to go do Bartholin cyst, which, I don't know, don't Google or image search that one, because you'll see. No, okay, so Bartholin cyst is a cyst in the labia, right? So unless you want to,
okay.
Yes. So unless you guys want to see that, I would suggest not Google imaging searching that one. But they normally cysts, when you puncture them or whatnot, they don't really have any sort of smell to them. This one was not the case. This one it was this putrid, decaying death smell, and it hit me like a goddamn semi-truck across the face. I gagged, and it takes a lot for me to gag, at work anyways, not so much at home. I fucking gag when I brush my teeth. It's so bad. When I brush my tongue, I'm like,
oh, that's me too. I do the same thing.
I can't do it. I can't deep throat my toothbrush. I can't, no. Woo. But yeah, oh, it's disgusting. Just thinking about this. That was my day today.
Very, very, very interesting.
It was a good day for the most part. I brought donuts to work because, why not, right?
Fat pills.
Fuck yeah. Because I fucking knew yesterday that I was going to have to, I knew yesterday that I was going to have to do that cyst today. So I was like, you know what? I need something to cheer me up because I'm going to be stuck doing this fucking cyst and it's going to be gross. So I was like, fuck it, donuts. Not that I need them, but god damn it, they were fucking delicious. And they were gone.
You get
I got
one with the pink.
Do what?
What's that? No, so did you get the one with the pink frosting and the sprinkles?
No. Okay, so in Texas we have this thing called Shipley's. And
Oh, I know about Shipley's.
Oh,
yeah.
Shipley's.
Oh yeah, I got 24 of those bitches. Dude, they were fucking gone by like 9:30.
Wow.
They were gone.
I like the kolaches.
Oh, those are good too.
You can't find them up this way. You only find them down in Texas.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was my day. Yesterday I was stuck in a 8-hour hip revision, so that was fun. It wasn't though. It wasn't. It was a pain. But yeah, Mom, how's your week been? Oh wait, you told us. You got stuck in the butt.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't know.
It's okay.
Right? So you guys, we're super excited because tonight we're gonna have Major Crispin Burke. I've been calling him Major Crispy. And I know I'm not the only one in the station who's been doing that. But anyway, so Major Crispy is gonna be on, and he's been fucking pumped all week and last week to come on the show. So I'm really looking forward to this interview because he's excited he's going to be on. I'm excited he's going to be on. He's a funny fucking dude. He and I have been talking back and forth all week. It's been great. It's been fucking awesome. But on to the news. Am I right?
Yeah. This is going to be fun.
Oh, it is. I'm not sure if I should just come out the box swinging with this or not. Or if I should wait. Fuck it. We'll do it now. All right. So apparently, legend has it, is that our president, Donald Trump, has apparently addressed a couple different countries as shitholes. And like I said, on Tuesday, I created a Minx Twitter account because fuck it, why not, right? Well, Twitter's been all fucking over this all goddamn day. And like people from the right and then also from the left. And it's just been rather comical to watch it just go back and forth all day, right? So people on the right are like, well, he's not wrong. And then people on the left are like, he's fucking racist. And so my question is it racist to call a country a shithole? He's not calling a specific race of people shitholes. He's not talking about the people themselves. He's talking about the actual landmass that is that country.
You see, the way I take it is if you take it racist, you essentially are a racist, because the only way you could make that a racist statement is to think of race.
But, like, I don't think it's race. I don't think he was wrong in saying it, because let's face it, Haiti became kind of a shithole after that earthquake, which the Clintons were supposed to clean up. Oh, right?
It was a shithole before the earthquake.
I mean, and that's just it, though. It was. Let's all be fair. It's nothing against the Haitian people, right? Let's be clear about this. But the country of Haiti as a whole is a shithole. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like, it fucking is. And it's on the same goddamn landmass as the Dominican Republic. So tell me why the Dominican is a tourist destination and everyone's like, oh yeah, the Dominican Republic is awesome. It's fucking amazing. Blah, 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 blah. Stay away from Haiti though. Like, why do people say that? Like, so obviously it has nothing to do with the actual people, but like, something's not right with like the infrastructure, right? And again, let's all remember that the Clinton Foundation was supposed to do a large, they did a whole fundraising for Haiti relief after that earthquake, which, again, the 8th anniversary is tomorrow. And yet, has Haiti really seen any of that money? Like, the Clinton Foundation raised millions of dollars for this. And yet, you can't see any evidence of it in Haiti. You saw it in Chelsea Clinton's wedding. Oh, I went there.
Ooh.
But not in Haiti. And then that fucking hoe bag hag, Hillary Clinton, tweeted something about I can't believe this just shows how racist Donald Trump is against people who don't look like him. It's like, no, bitch. No. You don't get to call anybody else racist or demean them in any other way when you were the one who was supposed to help them in the first place. So, no.
Isn't there a video floating around of a Haitian guy going off on the Clintons?
I think so, yeah.
They were supposed to help us out, but they didn't. They took all the money and they didn't help us out or something like that.
And it's completely evident. If you look at the fucking ghettos, the slums of Haiti, which, let's face it, that's what the people live in, and it's sad, and I wish it wasn't that way, but that's how it fucking is, But, all that money that was raised for the Haiti, earthquake relief and, rebuild Haiti, hashtag fucking that shit. Everyone changed their fucking Facebook profiles to a picture of fucking the Haitian flag. I'm like, oh, we're helping. None of that money went to the people or to the country that needed it, right? It didn't fucking go there. So, are there shithole countries? Yeah. Fuck yeah, there are. Fucking Ireland was a shithole country, a couple centuries ago. But it was still a shithole country. That's why people fucking left. They're like, fuck this bullshit. We're out of here. What was it? 1880s during the potato famine?
Which you can blame the British on that.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I do. But still, and that was during the time, when it was, it was completely frowned upon and discriminated against to be fucking Irish. What are the Irish? Were fucking white. And so, it's fucking maddening when people are like, oh, this is racist. You're discriminating against these people based on their skin color. It's like, no, but if their country really is a shithole, it's a shithole. No,
I don't know. How many of these liberals do you see that are complaining about this going on vacation to Haiti and spending money there that try to help the country out?
Wait, what?
All these people are like, oh, it's racist, blah, blah, blah. How many of those people do you see, in an African country somewhere, vacationing?
No.
Or in Haiti, vacationing? None of them.
No, because they'll go to the Dominican. Because it's nicer in the Dominican. It's the same island as Haiti.
It's not a shithole.
But, it's not a shithole. Fucking Veterans Report wrong. They left because they heard about nickel draft fight nights in Boston.
It's a good reason.
There's no Starbucks in Haiti. You're right, John. You could be. I've never been to Haiti. I've been there.
No, I had an NCO one time. He said that you can blatantly see where the border from Dominican Republic and Haiti is.
Yeah.
It's just one side is just trash, the other side is just beautiful.
Right, but you have to wonder why. Why is it like that?
I can answer that.
Yeah, does it come down to just...
It's government is what it is.
That's what I was about to say. Is it the type of government that each side of that one fucking island embraces and, makes it their own? Because that's what I'm thinking it is. What side is Haiti? Because I don't want that. But let's see, this article, keep in mind, this article's from NBC, so whatever. Take it as you will. President Donald Trump referred to Haiti and African nations as, quote, shithole countries, unquote, during a meeting with bipartisan groups of senators at the White House. A Democratic aide briefed on Thursday's meeting told NBC News. That whole sentence just did not make sense. Let's try again, NBC. Trump's comments were first reported by the Washington Post, which said the nations referred to by Trump also include El Salvador. The UN Human Rights Office said the comments, if confirmed, were, quote, shocking and shameful, unquote, and racist. Again, how is it racist? How is saying that a country is a shithole, if it really is a shithole and everyone's trying to fucking leave, how is that racist? Because, again, he's not saying that it's about the people. He's saying it's about the country and probably the infrastructure of that country and the government that runs said shithole country.
So would ISIS be racist for calling, us like pretty much a shithole because we believe differently than them?
Right? Ooh. Great point, Mom. Are they racist? I don't think so. Because, again, you can't be racist towards America. Because that's not a thing. It's only one way. Racism is only one way. You got to remember, right? If we're thinking like them, it's only one way. It's a one-way street. Try to come back the other way. No, ma'am. Brown.
That's like an argument I brought up today with someone that was saying something about it. It was like, well, I guess I'm racist then because I call the Middle East a shithole on a weekly basis.
Right. Because it is. Because it fucking is. Haiti's foreign minister summoned the U.S. charge d'affaires, I guess, I don't know, Robin Diallo for clarification. So 2 sources briefed on the conversation say that during a portion of the conversation about Haiti, which came at the top of the exchange that led to the shithole comment, the president questioned why Haitians should be given specific consideration. Quote, why do we need more Haitians? Take them out, he said, according to sources.
Awesome. That's the most base statement I've heard in a while.
This is hilarious. So, someone else in the room responded, because if you do, it will be obvious why. The White House issued a statement that did not deny the remarks. However, Trump tweeted an apparent denial early Friday. Quote, the language used by me at the meeting was tough, but this was not the language used. This is hilarious.
Well, didn't he have like a press conference today, and they were like, one of the journalists was like, "Are you racist?" At the end, like who would blatantly just like, "Yeah, I'm totally,"
right?
like that actually, I wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me if Trump says shit like that just to troll the media.
Right. So apparently he was also talking about Botswana. Let's see what else. Do what?
Did he mention Uganda at all?
Right? Or where's Ebola right now? Is it still in Sierra Leone?
I thought it was all over Africa, but that's just me.
No, just West Africa. I think it's in Sierra Leone, and then also
Congo, right?
Not Lebanon? I don't know. No, that's not West Africa. One of them.
I know they got bubonic plague in Madagascar right now. Real bad.
Is it making a comeback?
Yeah, it's been coming back in Madagascar. Yes. They've had I think it was I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I think it was at least 20 cases last year. I think.
Plague? That's amazing. I keep saying we need another fucking round of that. Get that shit going. But at the same time, I was actually having this conversation at work today. You can't really have another epidemic of bubonic plague because people's living situations are a lot better than the last time it was around, and personal hygiene habits are a lot better than, again, the last time it was here. So,
and a lot of your people from European descent have natural immunity to bubonic plague.
That too. So, is bubonic plague racist then?
I guess it is.
Where do we draw the line, people? Where do we draw the line? on what is racist and what is not racist.
I had this conversation with my roommate today. I was like, eventually you won't be able to call a tree anymore because it's racist.
I mean, how dare you call that tree green? How dare you? But no, I saw something today. I think it was by Red Pill Black, so Candace Owens. I think, don't quote me on that though. Don't fucking quote me on that. But I saw somewhere on Twitter that was like, if these places weren't shitholes, then why are people so desperate to leave?
Makes sense.
Said shithole. And you're like, oh. And then, what was it? The meme that was it you, Pookie, or was it Kaz? Who put in the tea room?
Which one?
Like, call a country a shithole, or like, say that calling a country a shithole is racist, but we can't send the illegals back to their shithole country. And the guy's like, which button do I push?
I think that was Cause. I think the one that I sent, I think it was today, was like, oh, you could bomb third world countries all day, but call them the shithole, and it's the end of the world.
Oh, yeah. Right? It's words. Words hurt, man. Obviously.
Well, in today's age, yes. Sticks and stones can break your bones these days, it seems like.
Right.
I mean, words can break your bones. No, I said that totally wrong. But whatever, you get what I'm saying.
Right. And it's like, we all understand, like, some countries, like, there's third world countries, and those countries are shitholes. Like, let's face it, they fucking are. That's why they're third world countries. It's because they haven't advanced.
Do you know where the term third world countries came from?
No, I don't. Do you?
Yes. America. Okay, back during the Cold War era, you had, the United States and Russia, the two superpowers, right?
Yes.
Any country that didn't fall in between those two superpowers are considered third world.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes.
Good to know.
But yeah.
Learn the definition. Oh, okay. You're not talking to me, Ryan. Thanks. But yeah, no, okay. It's just, I don't know. It was bothering me all day as to why calling a country and like not the people themselves, why calling a country a shithole suddenly became racist.
Well, did he say those shitholes, or did he say those shithole countries?
He was quoted as saying shithole countries.
So he's calling it as it is then at that point.
I find it interesting how this was said behind closed doors.
And yet
somehow
it's all over the place.
Yes.
Weird.
There's a mole.
There's a mole. But, so, what was I going to say? Shit. Pookie, help me out. What was I trying to say?
What were you trying to say?
Dude, I told you to help me out.
God
damn it.
You said shit.
Man.
I was like, I had to think for a second. Sorry.
Right.
Did it have something to do with like people beating cows' heads in?
No, that's next. That's the next story we're gonna talk about. But no, okay. Oh, well, I mean, we can talk about that now. Fuck it, because I forgot what I was gonna say. So, fuck you guys. Thanks a lot for your fucking help, Pookie.
I'm
asshole. Sorry. So, speaking of like shithole countries, right? Since again we're talking about this. So this is a picture of Venezuela. Now, if you notice in the panel on the left, you see a cow just kind of minding its own business. And then in the middle panel, you see these people coming at this cow like it's the fucking Walking Dead. And then in the right-hand panel, you see that there is no longer a cow. Right? Everybody sees this? Yes. So this is happening in Venezuela, which is a socialist country, which, again, the left is trying to convince
that's not real socialism.
Convince everybody that socialism is the best thing in the world. Fucking everybody loves socialism. Socialism fucking works.
That's not real socialism. That's what the socialists say. That's not real socialism.
I'm aware. However, I'm trying to convey that that's what they're fucking saying. Yes?
I gotcha. No.
I'm not saying that they're trying to, give off a new definition of socialism. I'm saying this is what they're fucking saying. So apparently Venezuelans are starving to the point where they're beating grazing cattle to death with rocks. So supermarkets, food trucks, and food centers were mobbed in the Venezuelan state of Merida, right? Merida, I don't know. In 2 days of unrest as food shortages continued to spread in the socialist South American dictatorship. So again, shithole country. According to Reuters, mobs of hungry people slaughtered grazing cattle in fields. In one incident captured on video and posted to social media, dozens of men surrounded a cow chanting, "We are hungry and people are suffering," while throwing stones at the helpless beast and hitting it with sticks. Opposition lawmaker Carlos Paparoni,
Pepperoni?
No, Paparoni, said four people had died and 10 were injured in the chaos that erupted in the western Andean state. 300 animals were believed to have been killed. So Venezuela has the world's highest inflation, and after 4 years of recession, millions of Venezuelans have sunk into poverty and starvation. So one 50-year-old Merida resident reported witnessing some 800 people converge on a food collection center Thursday afternoon and loot it. They, quote, "They knocked down the gates and looted flour, rice, cooking oil, cooking gas," the witness told Reuters. The police and the National Guard tried to control the situation by giving out what was left. Venezuela has the world's largest crude reserves. President Nicolas Maduro has refused to step down and has not commented on the food riots in Venezuela and blames Venezuela's problems on private investment. Quote, "What we're living is barbaric," said opposition lawmaker Juan Guaido in a tweet referencing the slaughter of the cattle. The dehumanizing regime of Nicolas Maduro is turning a blind eye to the tragedy that we Venezuelans are living. So last week, authorities forced over 200 supermarkets to slash prices, which creating further chaos as desperate Venezuelans rush to buy cheaper food as supplies continue to dwindle. So, again, it's like the fucking Walking Dead in Venezuela right now. Like, people are fucking going insane.
They don't have animals in the zoo anymore. You know that, right?
Because they ate them all.
Yes. And there's no dogs running on the street.
Because, again, they fucking ate them.
But, but, they did do a good thing just recently, and they raised the minimum wage by 40%. So, I mean, that living wage is definitely going to help out.
Are you talking about our minimum wage or Venezuelans'
No,
minimum wage?
they raised their minimum wage 40%. I think early at the beginning of the year, and that's totally helping. They got everyone into a living wage scenario.
I mean, no.
I sense the sarcasm.
Right? God, like, it's dripping. But no, like, that doesn't fucking help anything. Like, raising the minimum wage does not help inflation. If anything, it just drives inflation higher. And, like, again, I almost failed economics in high school, so I don't really understand the whole concept of economics. But I understand some things, and such as if you raise the minimum wage, it does not help combat inflation. Weird.
No, it actually, I've been through like a lot of these kids that are like, oh, we need $15 an hour minimum wage, blah, blah, blah. And I've lived through like so many minimum wage hikes, and I've seen the price jump on products.
Exactly.
It don't help. It just lets the government tax you more. This is essentially what it is.
Right. Well, no. If you look at, what was it? I think Seattle now has a $15 minimum wage.
Yes.
But Subway no longer does the $5 footlongs.
But here's the crazy thing. If you go on, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. If you go on one of those small business websites right now, Seattle has the best growth for small business right now, and I cannot understand that.
How?
I don't know. I mean, if you, I actually did like the research. One guy posted it, and I was like, I don't believe this. So I went and pulled the data up, and I was like, holy crap, it's true. Somehow they are getting small businesses to flourish, unless it's like one man operated small businesses that's doing great, because it's like, the corporations can't compete now. I don't know how that's working, but I mean, it blows my mind. But then Subway can't sell a sandwich for $4.99,
Right? So then there's that. There is no such thing as $5 footlong in Seattle anymore. But yeah, I love it because it's the same shit every goddamn day. Like,
rinse, repeat.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Capitalism is bad. We should go to socialism. Should we? Should we, though?
Well, no. But technically, we do live in somewhat of a socialist state right now. A lot of people don't realize that.
How so?
Welfare, Obamacare, like all this government programs, pretty much. Food stamps, the whole 9 yards. Social Security.
Would you say, though, that that's on the verge of going into a full, true socialistic society, or that those things are kind of necessary in a capitalism to make sure that those on the lower end of the pyramid do not starve or, are completely just run down and whatever?
Well, me, with my opinion with everything is you can't, with like the free market's sketchy sometimes. Some people are going to suffer, but if you, like I don't believe in a minimum wage. I really don't believe in it. I think it's unlawful and it's stupid. That's just my opinion. Like, you see homeless people picking through the trash, trying to find aluminum cans to sell at the scrapyard. I mean, I could hire that person picking leaves in my yard for $2 an hour if I wanted to, but Social Security, that's a fraud. I mean, I can keep going with this. Food stamps, I understand that. Some people are starving. A lot of people abuse the system.
So is it then just an issue with people abusing the system and finding the loopholes to continue to get these benefits and therefore not taking any sort of personal responsibility?
Well, that's it. I mean, have you ever been to like a national park and it says don't feed the wildlife because they'll become dependent on your handouts?
Yeah.
It's the same way with food stamps and stuff, the way I think about it.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong.
I mean, I understand there's some people that are having a hard time, and I understand that. But I mean, there's plenty of there's plenty of like churches and stuff do food pantries.
Yeah.
I mean, you could live off of that. You don't need the government handout.
Right. Oh, you triggered Branko.
Oh, good. Maybe he can stop all caption all the time. It drives me insane.
But he has to yell. He has to yell everything he says at you.
Ah!
Yeah. So that's been going on. So you know how all of a sudden everyone is coming out the woodworks in Hollywood saying, you know, one male guy or another has sexually harassed me or assaulted me, or there's been sexual misconduct. Well,
are we at this Oprah Winfrey thing right now?
Wait, what?
Oprah. I can't even talk right now. Oprah Winfrey. Is that where you're going with this?
Oh, I mean, we can go there.
Well, go with what we'll get back to it. Segue.
No,
Good segue.
No, I want to go there. You brought it up. Let's fucking go there.
The pictures. That's all I gotta say. And that one statement where she said all white people need to die. So I mean, there you go.
But Oprah for president. Yay! Wait. Shit. No, I talked about this on Tuesday, actually, with Grey Cloud. And actually I put out a tweet. And somehow this one has caught a lot of ground, right? I don't know. It's been shared by people I don't know. And then other people I don't know have shared it. And it's been great. So I'm like, good. A lot of people think like me. But so my whole view is that she fucking knew what was going on. Because again, like, let's remember when this whole thing first started, we were told by those coming out and saying, hey, I've been a victim of this. They were saying, like, everyone knew this has been going on, but nobody did anything to stop it. And it almost seems as though it was one of those, like, well, this is, like, you know, when you go to a new duty station and you see how things are done and you're like, wait, we can do this better. And you bring it up and you're told no, because this is how it's always been done. So this is how we're going to always continue to do it. Right. So that's how I think.
Exactly.
That's how I think it's been with Hollywood. Right. And, or Broadway, if you will, where, you know, if you want the part, you're going to have to, like, fucking, you know, put up with this because this is how it's always been done. And this is how it's always going to be done. And so I think with the first few people who came out and said, no, like, enough is enough. Like, you can't let this cycle perpetuate and continue to be going on and on and on and on and fucking on. So I think that I fucking agree. I think everybody fucking knew what was going on and what had been happening. And they just fell into that blind herd of, like, well, since it's always been going on, I guess we continue to let it go on. And as long as it's not me and it's somebody else, then that's fine. And, like, I can, you know, he could, like, you know, this person can help me and get to where I want to go. And as long as I don't, like, as long as his attention's on somebody else, like, I can just turn a blind eye and not really know, like, you know, fucking, I'll just pretend like it's not happening. Because, again, it's not happening to me. It's happening to someone else. So I'm safe. So I think that's been the mentality for a long time. And so I completely think that Oprah fucking knew what was going on, which is why I think her speech at the Golden Globes last Sunday was complete bullshit.
I don't know, the hypocrisy that runs around in the Hollywood area just blows my mind sometimes.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's that whole elitism. I don't like it. I hate elitism. I've always hated it, but Hollywood is the prime example of that.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. But, so apparently, James Franco has been added to the list of sexual abusers.
No shit.
True story. So James Franco apparently founded his own acting school. It's called Studio 4, where female students have reported inappropriate behavior. In one incident, Franco had told one actress they were shooting an art film and told another that it was a clothing commercial. Midway through the filming, he demanded the actresses take their shirts off, and when they didn't respond, he stormed off angrily. Studio 4, which Franco had promised to pluck talent from his own projects, closed suddenly and without explanation last fall. The school's website claims that Franco's production company will, quote, cast roles directly from his classes. Speaking to the Times, former student Katie Ryan said Franco would always make everybody think there were possible roles on the table if we were to perform sexual acts or take off our shirts. Adding that for years, Franco emailed students about auditioning for roles as a, quote, prostitute or hooker, unquote. At the school, Franco also taught a sex scenes masterclass, which he turned into a docuseries. While filming the orgy scene in which Franco allegedly removed the plastic vagina coverings of his co-stars and performed oral sex on them, Tither Kaplan then recalls he demanded they shoot an unscripted scene in which the actresses were to dance around topless. One actress who refused was sent home the next day. Quote, I got it in my head pretty quickly that, okay, you don't say no to this guy, she told the Times. In 2016, a 23-year-old aspiring actress, Violet Paley, said she met Franco, who appeared to be eager to help Paley with a script she was working on. She alleges during the course of their relationship, he pressured her into performing oral sex on him. Franco, through his attorney, has denied any and all allegations. On Tuesday, the New York Times canceled an event with Franco due to the allegations.
Interesting.
Yes.
So how far does the rabbit hole go down?
I don't know.
It's insane over the last, 6 months, how many people have been accused.
Yes. I agree.
But, people worship these people.
Right? Apparently. I don't know. Right? They're supposed to be...
They can't do anything wrong.
Apparently, they're not supposed to be able to do anything wrong, right?
Well, that's
celebrities,
the point behind
we're
it all.
supposed to do everything that they say, but not act like they do. So, there's that.
You know what the thing that would blow my mind is what's his name, Ashton Kutcher or whatever his name is. He's really big on the whole human trafficking thing.
Yes, he
Come
is.
to find out, he's been trafficking people. I mean, I'm not talking bad about the guy. I mean, he's doing a good thing, but that would just blow my mind. I'd be like, that's the end all of it. I don't trust any of these people.
I think that, honestly, I think he's doing a great thing. He's bringing a lot of exposure to the dark web and the fact that you can purchase a person on the dark web.
You can buy organs on the dark web.
Yeah. Fucking.
Well, whatever.
But apparently, Franco went on to the Late Show with Stephen Colbert and went on the preemptive defense. He said, quote, look, in my life, I pride myself on taking responsibility for things I have done. The things that I heard that were on Twitter are not accurate, but I completely support people coming out and being able to have a voice because they didn't have a voice for so long, he said. Ooh,
Basic blanket statement.
Awkward. In 2014, Franco used Instagram to ask a 17-year-old British girl he met outside a theater in New York if she had a boyfriend and if she was 18. After she revealed her age, he asked if she would want to get a hotel with him. Awkward.
Very awkward.
Right? Dude, come on now.
You know, the one celebrity that I've seen lately that like just blows my mind with everything is Keanu Reeves. Like, he'll take pictures with like ladies, and he'll make sure his hands are visible. Like, I'm not
Right?
touching your butt. You
But
know,
I
like,
mean,
dang.
at this point in time with today's society and how, I guess, what would you say, ruthless that some of these women are, because let's remember, you know, like, innocent until proven guilty. Let's all remember this, right? And especially with today's culture, especially nowadays, where it's almost like an overdrive to convict a guy of something that he may or may not have done, especially the innocent ones who have not done anything. You know, I think guys are having to be so much more cautious when it comes to interacting with women because of this culture of, oh, I can sue him for whatever I want. All I have to do is be like, sexual misconduct. Like, he groped me in an inappropriate place. I'm coming after you for everything that you've got. Like, that's all it fucking takes.
So that's why everyone called Mike Pence weird, because he said, I would never be in a room alone with a woman other than my wife.
And
it's starting to make sense now.
He's fucking being smart about it. Nobody can come at Vice President Pence and say, like, oh, he groped me in a room and we were by ourselves, because he's made it a fact that he will never be in a room with, like, alone with another woman ever. And it's almost shameful that it's had to get to that point. So it's just aggravating. Yes, I just did. Peeled my label off. Sorry.
Did you peel it off completely clean?
I did. It did. It was good too.
Good job.
Oh, want to hear an amazing story?
Sure, why not?
So a pedophile who raped a baby was found dead with his dick cut off.
Oh.
It was a great story. So a pedophile who was part of a sick gang that drugged and raped babies has been found dead in his prison cell with his dick cut off. James King, who's 31, who changed his name from Robin Hollison, was jailed for 24 years for raping... No. For raping a 3-month-old and filming it. A fellow prisoner...
Oh, that dude needs to burn in hell.
A fellow prisoner, John Denham, confirmed to the inquest that inmates at HMP Bristol took contacts on King. King was part of a sick gang that took delight in drugging and raping babies, described by the judge as, quote, evil beyond rational understanding. Jury heard how King had anxiety and depression, but eventually got worse when he was sentenced. Fears that King would eventually kill himself before arriving at Bristol prison had him placed under special observation. According to his mother, during that last visit, James informed us of an incident in which a fellow prisoner had been sugared. That incident involved one of his co-defendants, Matthew. James suggested to us that the attack on Matthew was intended for him. I believe he was concerned, and I believe he was told about the attack by another prisoner. Good. Fucking good. I hope he fucking got ass raped before they fucking killed him. And before they had his dick cut off. And then I hope they shoved his dick down his fucking mouth.
Damn, you beat me to it.
God. Fucking asshole. That's what you fucking... honestly, 3 months old? Who the fuck looks at it, literally an infant, and is like, I'm turned on by that?
The sick individuals.
I don't fucking understand. And like, you know, it's not even really a person anymore. It's a potato with limbs still. Like...
That's why I'm a firm believer in that it should be a capital punishment, and it should be just hung publicly.
Right? Oh, that'd be so good. But yeah, so he is fucking dead. So there's one less of those monsters to worry about.
Good job, guys, at the jailhouse, man.
Right?
I mean, you guys did a service to society.
Bravo. Right? Like, you can't even be really mad about that. You're like, oh, okay. Well, anyways, like, continue on with a normal day. You know, like, what's the rule? Or, like, what's the saying? Like, you know, if anyone in prison finds out that you, like, you know, fucked with women or kids, like, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're done, dude. You're done.
Good. Like, I really enjoy that there is, like, an honor system amongst criminals when it comes to women and children.
Well, I know for a fact that, and I know this state, they separate the pedophiles from the rest of the general populace because of issues like that, which I don't agree with it. Let them get their ass beat, let them get raped, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. What is Ken talking about? Oh, John Owl brings up a good point. Pedos are looking to be recognized as a gender choice or a sexual orientation.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which... It's aggravating. But, fuck it, whatever. All right, you guys, we're going to fucking take a break. When we get back, we are going to have Major Crispin Burke on, and he is going to talk to us all about being fucking awesome in the Army and shit. It's going to be a good interview. Like I said, like he and I have been talking all week, so it's going to be good. I'm really, really excited. So see you guys in, I don't know, a couple minutes, I guess, right? Yeah. We'll do that. So we'll be right back.
Just walking on shells, this feeling that love conquers everything else until you reach the point in mind. There was a failure to communicate, so set to leave but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end it's over, I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. My only demon, my only regret is that I left you with scars so that you'll never forget. Sick of forgiving my mistakes and my faults. Shattered your glass heart to millions when I ripped it apart. There's nothing left. Love is gone. So there was a failure to communicate, so set to leave but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end it's over, I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. said we had to relate. At the end it's over, I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. There was a failure to communicate. So sense of living, we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end it's over, I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Fucking answer your phone, AK. God damn it, answer your phone.
I heard somebody talking about anal sex on the radio, so I figured I'd give my story. Give me a call back. Alright, bye.
Hello. I don't know what you're trying to do with all these British accents, but I'd really like it if you could call me back so I could read something for you. Bollocks. I just burnt my hair with my, rolled marijuana. Stupid strawberries and crumpets. I don't like it. Have a good day.
Hey baby, you gave me your number in the fucking bar. This is fucking Lewis. How you doing? I don't know why you ran off in such a rush. Yeah. I know you're digging my vibe, baby. Just give me a call back. You know the number.
Go fuck yourself, Bobby.
Hey, just want to talk about your guys' radio show and how awesome it is and the other guys sucked. Anyway, yeah, make America great again.
I don't know how to use this. Oh, velvet ears.
Put the monkey down. Oh, God. Never mind.
Hey, brother, we need to get your show nationwide on this Sirius radio or satellite or something. Kind of hard to watch it when it comes on this damn little cell phone. Let's see what we can do to get you nationwide. Love to see you. Love to hear you. Continue on.
You guys need more fucking lines if they're all busy.
What the fuck?
Get some more. Let me shit in your mouth.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Think of when you're all alone in bed time is now, and this is our moment. To find your place in the sun.
All right, you guys, we are back for round two, or sorry, part two, round two. I don't know, fuck it, whatever. Friday Night Freedom here with me, Minx, and Pookie, and we're joined with Crispin Burke. Fuck yeah!
Hey, what's up?
Hello. Are you excited to be here? Because I'm fucking excited. You got me fucking pumped up.
Hell yeah! Okay, so background here, guys.
Okay.
So I have been a WTF Moment fan since like 2010, early 2010. You may not believe this. So like, I was going around. So you may not believe this, but I hate reflector belts.
No.
Right?
But they're
No,
so.
yeah. I really
so
hate reflector
safe.
belts, right?
But they're so safe. Like they keep.
Oh, really?
They keep you
So-
safe.
So tie me up Tuesday. Do you want to tie me up with one of these?
Oh, I will. Don't you tempt me, baby. I can do it.
We always got to be safe, okay?
Hell yeah, right? Safe sex, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So
right? So there you go.
I was scrolling around for all these I hit reflector belt websites, and I came upon U.S. Army WTF moments in early 2010.
Right.
And
when
so you may not know this, but Army WTF moments had like a .com site where they had stories and things like that, and so they branched out into the Facebook page, and they just grown from there, and I've been a fan ever since.
That's amazing. No, I do remember when it came out, and I do remember when the reflective belt first came out, and I was like, wait, what? And then
wait. You remember when it first came out? That came out before you were born.
No, they didn't.
Like when I was an ROTC cadet in like 1998 in Raleigh, North Carolina, we had to wear reflector belts.
How old do you think I am? I was born in the 80s.
Yeah, I was too, sadly enough. And barely in the 80s.
Twins! No.
Wait, I'm going to call you my other Skype. Hold on a second. Let's see if this works.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Let's see.
As long as
Does that work?
I think so. It's echoing. Oh, it's echoing bad.
Okay, hold on.
Do you know the way?
Ah!
Okay.
Oh, better. Wait, can we hear you? I can't hear you. We're having Skype difficulties. He went to ROTC, but he can't figure out Skype.
He's talking away. I can see him
I
talking
know.
away.
Hey, Mom, can you let him know that we can't hear him? Like, at all?
Yes.
This is amazing. Like, if you guys could see him, like, he's just going at it 100 miles an hour. We can't hear him.
All right, back.
Oh!
All right, back.
Just, the whole echo thing.
I closed all of these.
Make it stop. Make the echo stop. Ugh.
Okay, what's up?
That was painful. All right, is he back?
There we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we
Okay,
go.
back.
We did it! All right.
I need a new charger after a couple questions, but I think I'm good.
Right. All right.
Or
So.
if not, I have another Skype down here on my tablet. I'm good.
Oh my god. All right. So first things first. What are you drinking?
So I'm drinking. It's called Lost Souls by a brewery called Evil Twin.
The fuck is that? Is it good? Like what? Wait, what kind of beer?
It tastes like orange juice, like adult orange juice.
No.
Yes.
That's dangerous.
Yep.
Yeah, there is.
That's
like
dangerous.
Here's
as
an
fuck.
80-second logo on it. Adult orange juice.
That's
Sounds like the devil.
amazing. That's amazing.
So, yeah, it really is very tasty.
Like I had wine.
What-
I had wine the other night, and it was like legit.
Yeah.
It was grape juice. Like I could not tell there was any sort of alcohol content in there, and I was like,
Really?
this is dangerous because it was like Welch's grape juice, but with alcohol, and it's oh goodness. Mm-mm.
I know. Now, that's what a lot of beers are like now. It's like, this is just orange juice, and it's like, wow, this is like 8, 9, 10% alcohol.
Right? I'm about to get fucked up.
Hell yeah!
Hey, that's what I say. Okay, so you've already said you've been a fan of WTF Moments for fucking 8 years now.
Yeah.
Pookie, do you want the next question?
No, you go for it right now, real quick.
All right. So have you ever found yourself on our webpage?
So the mark of a real officer of the U.S. Army is, have you ever been on U.S. Army WTF Moments? And yes, I have before.
Oh my God. I need the story.
Yeah.
I need it,
So-
and I need it now.
In fact, more than once, believe it or not. So, get this.
Crispy!
So, 2015, right? All-American Week in Fort Bragg.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you know about All-American Week. So, before Memorial Day, the 82nd Airborne Division does all these, motivational runs, sports events, parades, and things like that before Memorial Day. So, to kick off, they had the big run.
Yeah. Right?
Like
yes.
15,000 troopers. I see you and your Bud Light there.
No,
but
Miller. Get it right. It's Miller.
So 15,000 paratroopers running up and down Long Street, right? And so before that particular All-American Week, they nixed reflector belts, right? So these things,
Yes.
no more.
Yes.
Okay, no more reflector belts.
I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense because, the jacket is fucking reflective as fuck.
Not only that, it's like the road is closed. It's summer.
Right.
It's light. I mean, aside from 04 in the morning when you first show up. And so
Right.
I was a battalion XO, and I was on substitute command orders that day. And so I wrote a little message to all my subordinates, like, okay, so uniform for division run, okay, t-shirt, shorts, blah, 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 and no reflector belt. I repeat, no reflector belt. The revolution has begun. And what was funny is that Monday morning I show up, and nobody heard anything I said through the official chain of command, right?
Oh, no.
They all heard it through Army WTF Moments.
Are you serious?
Like
That's
nobody trusts
amazing.
me, but they trust WTF Moments to put out information.
We're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, like, really.
We are.
And so, second time I was on WTF Moments, and it was about a month before the reflector belt deal. So, JRTC rotation 1606, right?
Okay.
A Chinook helicopter blows up a lot of air, right? It's a 50,000 pound aircraft. It blows around 50,000 pounds of air.
Oh, is that what you fly the Chinook?
I'm a Black Hawk guy. But,
that's right. That's right. You're a Black Hawk in
normally be in my
Lakota.
battalion.
But yeah,
right?
the school bus Chinook. Yes.
Yes, and so, like, if you have a porta-john anywhere near a Chinook, that's a lot of, like, flat area space that could blow over a porta-john.
Yeah.
So it did at JRTC.
Oh, God.
And so it blew over a whole bunch of porta-johns, and one of them just flipped over, door down, with a dude in it.
Was that you?
No, it wasn't. Okay, so it wasn't me, but...
Okay.
And so somebody saw this, and somebody heard the, oh, help,
Right?
this
Oh, my
sucks."
God. I remember that picture.
And of course, the flight medic, right? He went in there, carved a hole in the top of the porta-john with his survival knife, pulled the dude out, and from then on, in that porta-john, we had a nice little memorial saying, dust off so that others may live. Now, hurting us was that the fact that everybody posted a picture of this in Army WTF moments and tagged the JRTC account. So guys, I know you all want to use the personal BFT at JRTC, right? I know this happens, but if you do, don't use your real name in Army WTF moments and JRTC in your tags. You will get caught and you will get X-rowed.
Right.
So, and so the lasting image of us at JRTC was the Porta Johns blown over and the U.S. Army WTF moments watermark.
That's amazing. Like, that was me.
Yeah, that's my history at U.S. Army WTF moments.
That's amazing. Like, not even once, but twice.
Yeah, dude. Twice in like the span of like 6 weeks.
Dude, high five.
High five.
Very nice. All right, so you are a defense blogger and a journalist while being on active duty. So how did you get into this?
Okay, so I deployed to Iraq in late 2008, and so I was an AJC commander. And, you know, we all joined the Army to be part of something larger than ourselves.
Yeah.
But even as a company commander, and I will say this, even as a field grade officer, you know, most of what you deal with on a day-to-day basis is pretty mundane. Yeah, so-and-so didn't show up to their doctor's appointment, blah, blah, blah. And so I found that blogging allowed me to talk about issues at a much greater scale. And I received a lot of attention due to that. Some of my first earlier followers were the moderators of Small Wars Journal, Dave DeLeague and Bill Nagel, even Tom Ricks, who is a Pulitzer Prize winner. We read my blog on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. And, you know, what I really liked was that I could talk about these larger issues, something greater than, you know, Joe Snuffy not showing up to his doctor's appointment, and people would give me credibility. And what I really like is that, you know, as you increase in rank, people have to listen to you because you have rank, right?
Yeah.
But as a blogger, people listen to me because they like my ideas. And I like the fact that people will listen to me because they like my ideas rather than my rank. And that's what, you know, has really allured me to blogging. That's why I want to be a journalist in my future career.
So you said, you know, you do a lot of mundane activities. How do you really feel about PowerPoint?
Okay, so we all have to deal with PowerPoint, right?
Yes.
So, long story short, so I know you're going to this. So, a while back, I wrote an article about how, you know, PowerPoint does two things. A, if you have a very simple argument, you want to make it very complex. You know, you want to do all these slides and all these, you know, lines and things like that, right?
Yeah.
You know, all these complex slides. Something like this, the McChrystal slide.
Right, yeah, I saw that on the, what was it, the New York Post, right?
On the New York Times. So,
New York Times,
like,
that's right.
Like, even if you were to go to that movie, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, or the movie about General McChrystal, War Machine,
yes,
you will see the slide in there. Very simple things, like expressed very complexly. You know,
right,
you have people like tinkering with slides for hours just to get the right effect. Or you find that things that are very complex, they try to like summarize in a few bullet points. Mm-hmm. And I found that people have really discounted good, clear writing. And that's what I like to do. I like to express things in very good, clear writing, which not a lot of people can do. And so what was strange is that, you know, somebody from the New York Times had come up to me very shortly thereafter, and they wanted to do an article, which, again, wound up on the front page of the New York Times. Is evidence here.
Yeah.
My name is intersposed with people like Madison McMaster, who say that, yeah, this is very comically inept. But I found that, you know, shortly thereafter, somebody from Microsoft wanted to hire me to talk
Are you
about.
serious?
Yeah, someone from Microsoft wanted to hire me, and he said, I'm very ashamed to see that this is the way you have bastardized our product. I stayed in the Army because I love soldiers, and because Microsoft doesn't give 20-year retirement.
Right.
But, we talked about ways we can communicate better. We tried to communicate that to the Army, okay? It's not that PowerPoint is bad. It's just that you are all poor communicators who lack empathy, and that's what we want to change in this Army.
Yeah. Oh, Mike, there's a comment in there from Facebook Live. Mike says that the Porta-John would not have tipped over if they had their PT belt.
Probably so. If you had one of these, that would have counteracted like 50,000 pounds of thrust. So go ahead, bro.
It would have.
Yeah.
True story.
I'm running out of power on this phone, so if this runs out, you have my tablet right here. So.
Okay. Pookie, you're next. Wait, where'd Pookie?
I'm here. Sorry, delay. Sorry. You seem really cool with 82nd Airborne Twitter account. What's up with that, man?
Okay, so I'm a repeat offender in the 82nd Airborne Division. I'm not kidding. So that was my first assignment as a lieutenant. That was my subsequent assignment as a major. The 82nd Airborne Division, and I have great affinity towards them. They're
All American
social media account in the U.S. Army. Hands down, you look at most social media accounts in the DoD. Somebody used this analogy. Most social media accounts in the DoD, they're like primetime television, right? You don't take any risks. The 82nd Airborne Division is like the Cartoon Network of social media accounts, right? They want to take risks. They want to be entertaining. It's something you all want to tune into, right? Because they're just that sometimes off color, and sometimes they say what needs to be said. We saw Charlottesville, and a lot of the people who were wearing literally 82nd Airborne Division regalia, the 82nd Airborne Division called them out. And on many occasions, not just politically, the 82nd Airborne Division will use like memes and GIFs. Like they are the most socially media adept institution in the U.S.
They're
Army.
hip, man.
And not just the division headquarters, which I will say, good credit to Lieutenant Colonel Joe Bacino and everybody there, but their subordinates are all very much award-winning social media experts, and I think that's the greatest social media division in the U.S. Army, and the DoD probably.
So do you ever get any hate mail from your blogs?
Yes. So I like to identify, things that create inefficiencies. So, we all hate bureaucracy, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember all those computer programs you had in the Army?
Which one?
Like AKO or DTMAS.
Zippers, all the old stuff, yeah.
Okay, so my favorite, DTS. Why is it that everybody that commits travel card fraud, DTS, is so good at it, but us law-abiding citizens are so bad at it? What is up with that?
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't Jose bring a story tonight about DTS from Fort Stewart? Has that broke yet? Or did I just spill the beans?
Travel card fraud, because I love travel card fraud stories.
No. I think it's more of like soldiers have not been paid.
Okay. So it's not Ron Lewis who spent $3,000 in a strip club on Champagne in Italy.
How do these hookers get away with this?
Like, how do they get so good at DTS and I'm so bad at it? Come on, guys.
Right? Like,
but I'm a DTS pro, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
After he spent $3,000, he says, "Oh, those are fraudulent charges."
Right?
Okay.
Is that the key word?
According to the IG investigation, which is probably true.
Right.
But I put out a blog post saying that the Army should rely more on like Google and and Silicon Valley, tech companies to do their software programs, right?
I mean, it would make sense.
Well, that's a great idea, unless you're in the Pentagon and you are, hypothetically, you are in charge of a program which has spent $2 billion and has failed to show anything from it. You're currently being sued by the U.S. by a Silicon Valley company for $200 million.
Wait,
successfully.
Are we still talking hypothetically here? Because I have a feeling this is like an actual real thing.
Do you want me to send you the 100-page federal judgment?
I would love to read it.
But anyway, so I wrote that the U.S. Army should rely more on open source software, right? Mm-hmm. For some of the U.S. Army, that's not really a great thing, and the Army got sued for $200 million because of it. Ooh. So
I mean, don't the Russians use?
Got called out to the Pentagon because of it.
Wow.
Right, I mean, the Russians use open source software.
My second favorite example of hate mail is, so I blog in my spare time, right? Mm-hmm. So if I blog in my spare time, please don't contact me on my work account in my work time.
Right.
I cannot tell you how many colonels and generals love to send me hate mail on my actual work account. And I ignore it. I ignore it like you wouldn't believe. That's the best thing I do with hate mail. I know they spew all of their hate there, and I ignore it.
That's awesome. Friggin' so do your blogs and articles really actually change anything? Have you noticed?
Okay, so about a year and a half ago, I wrote an article for Army Magazine, which was, all these
the Army has a magazine? Wait,
what's that?
The Army has a magazine?
Yeah, it's called Army Magazine, right?
Dude, I was
Association of the U.S. Army, right?
Shit.
Dude, no, seriously, I was in for a decade. I had no idea.
So the Association of the U.S. Army, they have an actual magazine. And they publish, online. And so about a year and a half ago, all these ridiculous online training requirements we have?
Yeah.
Like Tina and her MyTunes. You all know Tina, right?
Fuck Tina.
Yeah, what's up with Tina, right? Not only is, here's what gets me about the cybersecurity challenge, right?
Yes.
Why is it that all the women and minorities do bad things with cybersecurity, but the white guy has to save us all?
Because obviously...
I'm just saying, guys. That's Silicon Valley at work.
You got me thinking, man.
Dude, I mean...
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Women, we're troublemakers. I don't know what to tell you. I know,
I like Tina, she's always like, hey, you want my MyTunes?
Right.
Tina's always like courting her at lunch. Hey, do you want to have lunch?
Right.
And I think Tina likes me. It's like, oh, God, do I need sharp training, or I think that Tina likes me all the time?
No.
It's the downward spiral, man.
We cause mischief. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, but you take Tina and her MyTunes and all these training requirements. Did you know that there's 20 months of mandatory training requirements in a 12-month calendar year?
No.
Yeah. Literally, 18 pounds of sugar in a 10-pound bag in the Army.
I always thought we did too much.
I set this up in Army Magazine, and with the stats and all the statistics. And what was funny is that my junior soldiers, they would come up to me like strangers. They would come up to me and say, "Sir, thank you for your article." Mm-hmm. Like, members of Congress would come to me and say, "Thank you for your article." General Milley had to account for that article in the AUSA convention. But that mid-grade of officers from major through maybe, 1 star or so, they said nothing.
Well, yeah, you're making them look bad.
Yeah, well, here's the thing is that the Army has a middle management problem. So you talk about when a guy becomes a field grade, right? You talk about the field grade lobotomy, right?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah.
happens.
So it's not that they had a field grade lobotomy. They removed a different part of their anatomy. They removed their spine.
Oh.
Well, let's get into this.
We'll go on.
Yes, do tell.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, it's not that they have really lost touch with soldiers. They've not understood what has to be done. But it's just that they're so fearful for their careers, they won't speak out.
Like,
and when I have like friends that say, "I wish I could say the things that you said," well, why don't you?
yeah.
You scum. You don't. Goodbye. Out of my life.
Well, I mean, do you think that they're fearful as far as like, because they're, you know, once you hit field grade and you're at major, like you're looking at now being in as a career like 20-year, possibly 30 years, right? And so
I'm hoping I survived 20 years. Who knows? They might put me out.
Right. Good luck.
That's my thing. It's like, okay, guys, don't kick me out yet.
But I mean, when it comes to officers and, you know, the way your guys' promotions are set up and how they're handed out, do you think that once you become a field grade officer, you kind of have to almost toe the line even more so than you would as a company grade officer, because you want to make sure that when your window opens for that next rank and that next promotion, you're picked up. And
yeah. I mean they call it the $1 million muzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Once you retire at 20 years, if you make it that far, you know you get at least $1 million or more in terms of benefits. So shutting up at that point is called the $1 million muzzle, and many people fall for it.
I have a feeling you're not going to be one of them.
I hope. Let's see. Cross my fingers. And if so, you know what? I got a great career after me.
Right?
Speaking truth to power.
So,
or at least being an internet celebrity, because why not?
Right.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Clink.
Clink.
Good job, Pookie. So tell us a little bit about like your service, being a fucking pilot. Like, I always thought it was just like, you know, warrant officers who were pilots, but apparently I was wrong.
Well, you know, these days I fly a desk, but it's mostly warrant officers who do the flying. But no, I've flown from time to time as a lieutenant. You know, the 2nd Airborne Division. You know, I've had some fun times in New Orleans and Iraq, but I think when I look back, I think I'll have more fun, you know, talking about my writings than anything else.
Oh. So you prefer riding over flying a helicopter?
You know what? I hate to say the analogy because it's probably kind of vulgar. But, you know, we're on Friday night, right?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, we don't get offended at all.
So the Army could institute a class on receiving oral sex, and all you want to do at the end of the day is go home and jerk off. Right?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
It seems about legit.
Yeah. It's like that about flying.
Oh, we're like, they try to make it seem like super exciting, but then you're like, no.
You put too many regulations here. It's like, oh my god, the safety regulations. I've got to like put this here, put this here. I don't want to receive oral sex anymore.
No, but if you think about it, oral sex is not allowed in the UCMJ because oral sex is considered sodomy, and sodomy is frowned upon and against, what is it, Article 134 of the UCMJ.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
True.
He said yeah.
No oral sex for you active duties.
I'm telling you, yeah. But that's how the Army is. They can say if you think I'm wrong, talk to the Air Force. They're having a large drain of pilots from the Air Force. Being a fighter pilot is what people dream of their entire lives.
Yeah.
People need that profession because the Air Force makes it unattractive.
Oh, just because of all the regulations. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't go to flight school now.
Oh, wait. It's all not Top Gun shit?
Right? But I was in Burke.
Apparently not, yeah. Yeah, Tom Cruise, believe it or not, he was part of a cult.
Right? Oh, bastard. Well, he still is part of a cult. So.
Yeah.
No, like, honestly, like, okay, so when I was in, like, I really wanted to go to, like, flight school. I wanted to go fly.
Yeah.
Mostly I like the Apache because I thought I would just be fucking badass and be like, hey guys, what's up? Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of my friends are Apache pilots.
You know? But now, like, could not find a fucking pilot to talk to me about SEER school. They talked to me about warrant officer school. They talked to me about flight school. They talked to me about fucking Dunkett training. But no one could tell me about fucking SEER school, so I fucking psyched myself out.
Well, I can't talk to you about this in this venue, but
I
okay.
know.
I signed it anyway. Probably because,
it sucks.
the Guantanamo thing, but okay.
Right? But, like, that was the only thing. And so, like, I psyched
so,
myself out.
America does not torture people on its own borders, except in Guantanamo.
But technically that's
Because fuck
Cuba,
them.
so...
Because human rights.
Right? Nah, fuck it.
But seriously, don't torture people.
Right? But seriously, like, asterisk on the end of that, like, torturing people is bad, okay?
So that's all I'll go with here. But really, do not torture people.
Oh my god.
If worst comes to worst, you have to call me on my tablet, and that's okay.
Oh, okay. So
I'm at 10% on my phone.
Oh no. So what is War on the Rocks?
So War on the Rocks is a blog that's run by a lot of people in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And so you think it's about, like, war and drinking, and that is true, but you'll find people that are, like, members of Congress who will contribute to this, like,
oh my god.
PhDs. Like, it's a really reputable blog. And I know people look down on, like, blogs as if they're subhuman, but I mean, it's a very credible publication for serious military thinking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, my roommate's cat just kind of, like, popped up out of nowhere. It's Satan, I swear to God. Like, she'll be cool for, like, a couple seconds, and then, like, she fucking turns on you, and then I have to, like, throw her across the room. She's fucking psycho. She's like any other female. I went there. So what's
Ladies.
this? Hey. Now what's this article you have about the V-280?
Okay, so Army aviation is in a bit of a bind because all of its rotorcraft, so the Chinook, the Apache, the Black Hawk, they were all designed before I was born. And so, though they have had, progressive upgrades in the engines, that doesn't really, account for the fact that they, increased in weight. So, you're really, over the past 40 years, you have not had an increase in performance. So, what we need to see is an increase in either speed, maneuverability, or range.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where we need something new. There are two technology demonstrators. One is the Bell V-280, which is a tilt rotor, kind of like the Osprey, which could give you a lot of range and a lot of speed over distance.
Mm-hmm.
The other is what's called the Raider, which is a coaxial design with a push prop in the tail, which has good range, good speed over a short distance, and good maneuverability at the expense of range. And so what Army Aviation has to deal with is, do you want range, like strategic range, to get you from, say, to a disaster area. So from Florida to Puerto Rico, that would help out. Or do you want something that'll help you on the actual objective, which is what the Raider would do? And that's what we really have to figure out.
Okay. So with the V280, how would that give us any sort of advantage during, natural disasters? Like if we were to have another Katrina or Irma or the other one.
Yeah, so let's think about Puerto Rico. Okay. So in order to get to Puerto Rico, which is an island several hundred miles off the U.S. coast, you have to get down to like Miami, Florida, and then fly all the way to Puerto Rico, which is beyond the range of most helicopters, even with external tanks. The only place you would be able to refuel between Miami and Puerto Rico would be in Cuba,
which we're not really supposed to land there.
Yeah, I mean, Cuba. Come on, guys. So you would have to deal with either putting him onto an Air Force cargo jet, landing them somewhere in Puerto Rico, then unfolding them, which takes hours, or putting on a ship and then shipping them over and flying them over to Puerto Rico. Wouldn't it be great if we had something with the range to get to Puerto Rico?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's a long flight either. I've fucking been there. It's not long.
Hell yeah. Okay, I've never been to Puerto Rico, but I gotta go to Puerto Rico.
Oh, it's gorgeous. If you go in March, not a lot of people go because it's still kind of like an off season, but it's still nice. That's when I went.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was a little sidetrack.
Sidetrack because you're thinking about Puerto Rico?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, it was a good time. I made friends with Puerto Rican lady who was there visiting, but she had grown up in San Juan and knew all of these little hole in the wall places. I had, oh my god, the Puerto Rican.
Hell yeah.
The food is amazing. The Puerto Rican rice. It's so good. That red rice with the beans and oh my god. It was good. Oh yeah. Oh, it was good. It was a good time. Although I did almost kill someone while I was there.
Really?
I did.
In Puerto Rico?
True story. Okay, so basically what had happened is that I was friends with my unit's retention NCO, and he was going down to Puerto Rico to re-enlist some of the National Guard soldiers, right? Because for whatever reason, there we go, Puerto Rico fell under Fort Stewart somehow. I don't know how, but it fucking did. And so he was like, hey, you want to go with? And I was like, sure. Do I get my own bed? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, even better. And so, so the first night there, I almost killed him because he snored so badly.
No way.
I took in the two, we shared a room, but he had his bed. I had mine. And each bed came with 10 pillows, right? And so I spent a good hour chucking pillows at him, trying to get him to shut up. Or just turn over, flip over on your side of your stomach. Come on now. And he wouldn't do it. So finally I grabbed all the pillows and I made myself a little bed cot thingy outside, on the patio of the balcony. And I slept outside.
Hell yeah.
Because I was murder's frowned upon. True story. And it was my 23rd birthday.
But at least you didn't need a passport.
Right? Yeah, no, it was great. Yeah. I was I can't understand what anyone's saying, but I didn't need my passport, so yay! Hooray! Oh, it was a good time. I would totally go there again.
I've never been there. I want to go so bad.
Are you Puerto Rican?
No, I'm not.
I don't know.
Do you think I'm Puerto Rican?
You have dark hair and olive toned skin. I don't know.
I'm not from Puerto Rico, no.
Well, I don't know. Like
But
I've met
I would like to go to
I've
Puerto
met
Rico.
paler Puerto Ricans than you. That's why I had to ask. And like, is he? I don't know, maybe. But then Burke, like, maybe if it was like Ramos or Lopez, then I'd be like, oh yeah, no, he's totally Puerto Rican. But
WTF Moments has what is it, Juan Jose? No, Jose.
Yo, Jose Tamale!
Jose's my man.
I know him. He's awesome.
He would not be WTF Moments without Jose.
No, my God, he's so amazing. I love, he's part of the E4 Mafia just because of the amount of shit he can uncover.
And the sources he has, too.
Mm-hmm. E4 Mafia? What?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, for life, man.
Okay, E4 Mafia, O4 Mafia, hell yeah.
Right? They're almost the same, but not quite.
Yes. In the officer community, it's like, I think the O4 Mafia is like the E4 Mafia.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's
why I turned to blogging. It's like the O4, in your day job, it's like, oh, I dealt with Brigade. It's like, in my blogging community, it's like, oh, I, have a signed autographed copy from General Mattis.
Right?
Fuck you.
Is he cool? He seems like he's a cool dude.
I know people who know him. It was strange. So the other night, this is what happens when you're in the national security community. So the other night, I had a dream. I went on a plane.
Okay.
And so I sat in my seat, and there's Mattis next to me. And I'm like, oh my God, there's Jim Mattis. And I started reading the Duffel Blog book.
Yes.
And so, I don't know if you heard about this Duffel Bag blog thingy or whatever it is, right?
Oh.
But apparently Jim Mattis' 90-year-old grandmother or 90-year-old mother loves the Duffel Bag blog.
Are you serious?
Yes.
She loves
like
the
he
Duffel
shows
blog.
her this every day.
Oh my God.
She logs into it every day. And so in my dream I was like, hey sir, do you want to read the Duffel Bag blog book? Which I think that Duffel Bag blog is like fake news nonsense, but I don't know.
No, the Duffel Blog
No,
is...
it's straight up satire.
Oh, it totally is. It's, think Onion, like the Onion, but military. Oh, no, I think his phone died. Damn it.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Oops. All right, log back on.
Oh! And you're back.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so think
So
it's
Duffel Bag blog,
do what?
I think that some people think the Duffel Bag blog is fake, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it might be real.
We don't know. Nobody
Ooh,
knows.
tinfoil hat shit. No, let's do
Right?
this.
Yes. All right, we'll continue. Go on. Why do you think it's real? The cat's angry right now, by the way. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
A treasure hunter?
Wait, what?
Do you believe that Love Thursday is not a thing?
No, Man Love Thursday is totally a thing.
The Duffel Bag blog says it's the thing.
Every
Oh, I thought it was Man Love Tuesday.
No, everyone knows. Everyone knows it's Man Love Thursday, and that is a thing.
Oh, well.
Really?
Yeah, everyone knows that. Come on now. Or sorry.
What if?
All the enlisted.
What if?
Sorry, all the enlisted. All the enlisted know.
I saw a Duffel Bag blog article.
Okay, go on.
What if a woman drew in a porta-john? What would that be like?
Oh, I did it all the time.
Really? Wait, what was that like? Did you draw penises?
I did. I drew hairy, veiny dicks.
So when I was at JRDC, I took pictures of all the Porta John art.
Right? It is. It really is. It's a masterpiece.
It was my Italian. Were very, very talented. Underneath the helicopter was sling loading a giant penis, right?
Okay, wait, hold
And
on.
I'm like,
Pause.
Very odd. When I looked
Wait.
at the cockpit, it's like, oh my god, there are 2 teeny penises in the cockpit. Oh my god.
I feel like we just heard the punchline to a joke that we did not hear the leading up to. Like the whole time leading up to there's 2 tiny penises in the cockpit. It was all yeah.
You didn't hear? Okay.
Yeah.
The sling loading penises. Okay.
Yeah, I mean we heard the punchline, so that's good. Hooray!
But yes. Penis scribblers.
Yeah, I was. Especially when I was in Afghanistan. I was like, fuck this. Or I would answer back to people's messages in here. And they'd be like, look up this chick for a good time. And I'd be like, no, don't do it.
Well, it's funny. It's a sign of the times, right? So, when you were a kid, you said you grew up in the 80s, right?
Mm.
So when you grew up in the 80s, people would draw, hey, call Jenny 8675309.
Yeah, because and then once the 90s and early 2000s came out, Stacy's mom is Jenny, and her number is 8675349. That's her number. That's Stacy's mom, and she's got it going on.
What do you write in the Porta John if you want to contact a girl?
Right? I don't know.
Even Chuck Norris couldn't stand the smell of this Porta John.
I mean, you can't write 8675309. You got to put her Facebook ID or something like that.
Right? Or their snap. Oh, is it their Snapchat?
And Twitter.
Is it their Snapchat now?
QR code. You slap it on inside the Porta John.
No way.
That's it. Pookie, you're brilliant.
Yes. I love you, Pookie.
Oh my god.
I'm sitting here still wondering if the army still stuck. Does it?
Song and play Jenny.
What?
We gotta break you a song and play Jenny. Can we break you a song and play Jenny?
Oh my god. Yeah, we're about to go. We're about to go on break. What?
I don't know.
I can't.
You gotta go to a break and play Jenny 8675309.
We can't. Facebook. The Facebook copyright laws say that we cannot play copyrighted music.
Zuckerberg.
No way.
Yeah.
Fly over here and chop my balls off.
They Jewed us on that. No. I went there.
Oh. They probably have an automated thing that does so whatever.
Right, yeah, no, they do. Because every so often they'll, they'll report, I think it's mostly with my shows, they'll report, oh, you played copyrighted music. Press here if it was okay to play this. I'm like, fuck yeah, it was. I don't know. I just hit the button that says, let me post it. I don't know. But we're gonna take a quick break, really quick, and exactly. The fucking cat needs to go out.
All right.
So everyone, hold on tight. Me, Minx, Pookie, Mom, and Crispy Bacon Burke is gonna be back after these messages.
Hell yeah.
Take this photograph, tell me what it is you see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy, just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got? And Is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I'm breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier. Green beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see the day. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media betrayed me like a kid for a living. Like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere. Like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
And a kiss to his girl. Each day he walks away from these things in his world, expected to be the rock, solid from bottom to top. He's so hard in the streets, but inside he feels so soft. He's dodged bullets and knives, stopped men from beating wives. But boom, someone tries to take his gun and now he took a life. And all you do is stare, spread rumors, he don't care. Replaying that moment, can't disown it with
Welcome back to the third and final hour of Friday Night Freedom. I'm your host, Minx. It is January 12th, 2018. I'm with Pookie and Mom and Major Crispin Burke.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, he decided to hang around.
Awesome.
Friggin', we were talking a lot during the break.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, yeah. So Pookie is quite impressed with your library. I know everyone else can't see it, but
Crispin, can you see it on your end?
I can see it.
Yeah.
Pookie can see it. Nobody else can see it.
Really?
I've got like a boner for days for that library. Like, because my library is maybe like a third of the size of yours.
But yeah, Pookie has a total hard-on.
Library, yeah. So I want to say this here. Okay, so above my shoulder, somewhere, got one in Flight Wings, you can see a picture of Jim Gavin, right?
Jim Gavin. Why is that name familiar?
Okay, so he commanded the 82nd Airborne Division during World War II.
Oh.
And so he's one of my personal heroes. I've read his biography. He's a great person. And I think at Fort Bragg, there is somebody, I've never said this before, who might be a general on par with Jim Gavin.
No.
Hear me out.
Ooh, I gotta hear this.
So, he nixed reflector belts.
Wait, he what?
He nixed reflector belts.
Common sense? Are you saying that there's
yes.
There's a general with common sense out there? What?
Okay, so get this. Okay, so let me tell you the story. So my battalion made WTF moments once before.
Yes.
Because my commander wanted to put. You ever go on leave, right? And fill out a leave form?
Mm-hmm.
What's that like?
Filling out a leave form?
Holy shit.
Well, that depends. Are you talking about when you had to like actually write it out by hand and like had to use carbon copy paper,
or
it's
like
electronically?
Have you ever filled out a lead form cover sheet with like, did you get your shots? Did you qualify with your weapons?
Dude, I was enlisted. Of course, I had to do that.
Yeah. Yes. So somebody in my battalion, not saying whom, but I'm probably sure he's my Facebook friend. Plausible deniability. He took a picture of our leave form cover sheet that my battalion commander made him fill out right before Christmas. Get this. So right before Christmas, he revoked everybody's leave. Like, from now on, he's going to be known as the Grinch who stole Christmas, with photoshops and a poem written about him.
Oh my god. So we got a question for you.
Yeah. I was going to tell the story.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Keep going then.
And so he found out that somebody took a picture of the leave form cover sheet and wrote, "These are all the documents we have to take to go on leave in this battalion," which is a very true statement. He found out about it on the morning of payday activities, right? Friday morning.
Uh-huh.
It's on a run. And I could see it all stewing in him. Like, fuck. What did they write about me on the internet?
Right? Fuck.
As the run ended, he's like, "I want to bring up somebody on charges of cyberbullying."
Are you serious?
Like, really? Like, people have been shot with swatting, and now you want to bring somebody up on charges of cyberbullying? Whatever, bro. And he went back into his office. He's like, he went through every single comment, every single like. He came out of his office. He's like, "I want to see warrant officer so-and-so." Because warrant officers, whatever, bro. They don't give a fuck.
Right? Exactly. They're fucking meh. What are you going to do to me? Not a damn thing.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is that is not the mark of a great leader.
Mm-mm.
So here's what I have to say about WTF moments. So as long as there have been armies, there have been Army WTF moments. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Really? Do you doubt me?
No, there has been.
It's 200 years ago, Wellington, right? The guy who beat Napoleon, he was campaigning. And he's like, "God damn, these people are like writing letters back home, right? And they're putting the letters to the press, and they're attacking me because they hate me so much." And Wellington's like, "Whatever, I have to deal with this."
Mm-hmm.
The fact that people are going to complain about me all the time, and it's going to make its way in the press. So, fast forward to World War II, right? You had George Patton.
Mm-hmm.
Remember those Willie and Joe cartoons?
The what?
Willie and Joe cartoons. So think about this, right?
Yes.
Willie and Joe were these two American infantrymen, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were always dirty. They never shaved. And for Patton, they never wore their ties. Imagine that. You don't wear your ties? That's like not wearing your damn reflector belt, guys.
Right? How dare you?
Yeah. So Willie and Joe, they were subversive to Patton, and Eisenhower, who was perhaps a more experienced statesman, stepped in and says, "This is what troops need, right? They need this outlet." Willie and Joe.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Fast forward to a few years ago. So Doctrine Man, you all know Doctrine Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cartoonist on the internet?
Yeah.
There was a very, very senior U.S. Army officer who saw Doctrine Man as threatening.
Are you serious?
And he found his entire commander's planning group to do link diagrams to find out who Doctrine Man was. That is not the mark of a great leader.
That's amazing. Like, why would you allow a fictional character to become such an obsession.
That's the thing. That's how the Army is. And that's what I think U.S. Army WTF moments brings to the fight. Okay, so get this. I think that you bring up things that, for better or worse, are very uncomfortable for many Army leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Get this. So that Marines United scandal, right? You're aware of this, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah. So somebody could put their foot down much earlier. Like there were people in the Marine Corps who alerted senior leaders, but they went unheeded. There were journalists who approached very senior Marine Corps leaders. They went unheeded. And so the only thing that really changed the Marine Corps' mind was when they were publicly humiliated.
Mm.
And that's what you really have to do, I think, in some cases, to military leadership.
Well, I mean, we tried to do that. What was it, on Tuesday? Gray Cloud and I were talking a lot of shit, actually, about 7th Special Forces Group.
The Dick Pic 6.
Yeah,
Hell yeah!
Dick Pic 6. What? Hell yeah, we were talking about them. I read off their names. I read the whole article. Yeah. Because I'm hoping.
I hope. So get this. So for can I come on Tied Up Tuesday? Because I got I've been planning this for a while.
Oh.
I want to sing the 12 Days of Christmas, but the 12 Days of Fat Leonard.
Of what?
You're aware of Fat Leonard, right?
No.
Okay, so the Navy scandal of bribery and all sorts of things.
No.
Okay, so Navy officials were steering their contracts towards this guy who was very corrupt in exchange for a lot of bribes, right?
Uh-huh. The guy from Korea?
Christmas,
or Japan?
The Eastern Asia,
yes!
Singapore, Japan, everything like that.
And he was taking his people.
I haven't figured out everything yet, but it's 5 Vietnamese.
Oh my god.
Hookers. 4 Lady Gaga tickets. According to the IG report, of course.
Yeah, no, you definitely.
And I wanted to create a based on that.
Yeah, no, you definitely need to come on my Tuesday show.
I got to create the song, but yes. So.
No, this is gonna happen.
So as convicted, I have to legal disclaimer. Okay. As convicted, yes, Vietnamese hookers. A pair of Vietnamese hookers, I should say.
Right. Yes, it was a pair of them.
If it were to cause me to sell out my country, it would be 2 chicks at the same time.
Really? That would be it? 2 chicks at one time? Come on now, dude. Have some sort of imagination. More than 2 chicks at one time. Who?
5 chicks?
Yeah, dude, at least. Come on now.
1,000.
At least, at one time, if it's you and 5 chicks, fuck yeah, you're a fucking stud. Only if, however, caveat, asterisk in there, only if you have stamina and can last and, make sure all 5 are, good to go.
Okay. I should have watched. As I say that, okay, I also want to go on. It's my top 5 favorite senior leader misconduct scandals in the 2010s. My favorite was the Ron Lewis, who charged $3,000 at an Italian strip club in drinks and whatever else. And then when he got caught, he's like, "Oh, those are fraudulent charges." Asterisk, according to the IG report, which was highly substantiated.
Right. Okay, so I do have some questions.
What's your favorite senior leader misconduct scandal? I feel like as if I talk too much.
That's not the question right now. It's not the question at all. So someone on Facebook.
Let's talk about senior leaders and hookers.
We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. However, we gotta rein it in just a little bit. Were you in dust off in Iraq in 2011 at Kirkuk?
Not in 2011. No, I can't
Oh.
say.
Oh, well, someone says you look familiar. I should say the best stepdad ever says you look familiar.
Oh, whoa, I'm the best stepdad.
No, not you. Kaz is best stepdad ever. And also Kaz, who works on helicopters, he says in his opinion, the UH-72 is garbage. Do you have a difference of opinion on their performance and maintainability?
It is the LUH-72 is the limited utility helicopter. That's my opinion. That's why it's that.
That's it? That's all you got?
There's no more I can say about it. The limited utility helicopter.
So another question is, why did the Army move from the Jet Ranger platform for IERW?
Because the Jet Ranger became too old, and so based on the helicopters they had in existence, and based on budget cuts, they shipped all the twin engine cockpit aircraft to Fort Rucker to prepare them for a twin engine glass cockpit future. That's really the best answer.
So Judge.
I don't know him personally, but we talk.
But you know him. You know of him. Apparently, y'all were just talking about pass and leave forms and how we made a difference. Tell us about that.
I think so. So when I told you that, my commander, went ballistic when he saw that people posted his pass and leave for cover sheet to the WTF moments. I think it made a difference because it was posted to WTF moments because it's probably reiterated General Kurilla. He sends his scouts out to find out what people really don't like. That's something that people really don't like. So he did something that's very radical for the Army. He said that just put your name on this DA-31 and we'll trust you.
Yeah.
To very senior military leaders who retired, and they're like, why don't we do this? In the private sector, you just send somebody an email and you can go on vacation. But in the military,
right? Yeah.
General Kurilla took this guy up on it, and so props to that guy. I mean, he's almost okay. I will say General Kurilla, and I wrote speeches for a very senior 82nd Airborne Division commander. So General Kurilla is very close to being my favorite 82nd Airborne Division commander. Almost as good as General Gavin. General Gavin was, I'm 38 now, and General Gavin was 37, and he commanded a division, and I'm barely anything right now. So he's probably the best.
It sounds like you totally have a man crush on him.
I mean,
yeah. Oh, you totally do.
Called it. Like some girl literally took my Jim Gavin biography from me. Fuck that girl. Fuck that.
What a bitch.
I know.
What? Oh, I'm all blurry. Wait for it. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Focus.
Because of me, because I've been drinking.
Oh my god. What do you like the most about WTF Moments and also specifically WTF Nation Radio?
Okay, so what I like about WTF Moments is that, believe it or not, they hold the Army accountable. And believe it or not, people in senior leadership roles fear WTF Moments. Believe it or not. So, like, I've been in meetings where people will propose a bad idea, and someone will say, "Sir, how will this look on WTF moments?" And then we'll talk them out of this bad idea.
Right? Think about how this is going to look on Facebook because you know it's going to end up there. So,
like they fear you. They fear WTF moments, and that's what your strength is. You keep people like this accountable, and I think that as long as we keep standing up for soldiers, we will be successful. Not that I contribute to WTF moments, but I'm going to WTF moments like a complete outsider, right?
So what do you like about do you feel the same way with our radio? As far as we hold people accountable, but on air?
Yeah. I'm just now tuning in, but I think this is a great thing. I think we can now hold people accountable. You know, we're dealing with a lot of in-depth things, a lot of scandals.
Mm-hmm.
The Dick Pic 6, that's a scandal. But I mean, we can do now investigative journalism.
Right? Hell yeah, dude. Oh, I was totally blowing up their Twitter earlier too, all week. Talking about you bitches tonight.
And that's the thing. They have to reckon with you.
Right?
You are to be reckoned with.
Well, not like me, but me as the station, and not all of us as the station, but not just me. They'd probably see me in person and be like, "Oh, that's you."
But it's like a collective. You're like anonymous.
Almost.
You are legion. Everything.
Almost, except people see my face. But yeah, no, dude. The freaking, what would you call it? The WTF Legion, if you will.
We are Legion.
We're fucking everywhere.
I mean, you are. Every at Fort Bragg, every brigade was part of the WTF Nation. So I try to maintain plausible deniability, but I know many of my friends are part of the WTF Nation.
Hell yeah. So what's next for you?
So, I'm taking on a couple of things. All those MLM schemes that target military spouses. So as soon as you're a military service person, so you might not see this as much, but military spouses, particularly when they go to a new post, they get bombarded with all these MLM schemes, right?
MLM?
Like Sensi, all those.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, Mom
friends.
knows all about this.
I'm the dependent in this bitch.
Wait, you are?
She is.
I'm all about that TRICARE and BAH.
Interviewed you that. So when you go to a new post, what do they bombard you with?
Not really, because I just don't talk to my neighbors.
But
yeah, you're right though. But I see it a lot, on the because I'll join the dependent pages of the local post.
Well, why? You're not a dependent.
No, I just like to joke.
You're a troll.
She's a troll, exactly.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, she totally is. Mom trolls the shit out of Army spouse pages. Y'all, all the spouse pages need to be careful because Mom's looking for you. A true story.
I troll the fuck out of I don't fit in with them. I don't at all.
What? Okay, for baby daddies? Come on, guys. Okay, so as you're aware, MLMs prey on military spouses. But here's the thing: is that military spouses are very unique. Is in that, generally speaking, they are better educated than the general population, right? They are underemployed.
Educated, maybe. Common sense and smart, not so much. Underemployed, yes.
Yeah, but in terms of general education, they are better educated, but they are underemployed. And so but they're also a very tight-knit community. And that's what these sorts of schemes prey on. People who needed a job, who were very educated, but you have a very tight-knit community. And I want to really bring it up because, the vast majority of people who join these schemes don't make money. And those who do, it's like, I get there's a socialization aspect of it, but, hey, come to my party, someone comes to my party, et cetera, et cetera. But you just, spending your money around. And if you recruit somebody under you, you're saturating the area of Fort Bragg with, scented candle businesses. And so I really want to steer military-wise away from that and towards legitimate jobs.
I can see that, and I think we kind of touched up on this. I can't remember which show, but a lot of times with military spouses that are educated, especially with if they're certified as a nurse or a teacher and stuff, the issues that they run into is each state you go to, you have to obtain that state certification to be a teacher or a nurse or an EMT or the medical field. But what is nice is now states are starting to be like, if you're a military spouse, they're starting to waive that, which is great because, if you're moving every 3 to 4 years, that's a lot of testing, and those fucking tests suck. And I'm glad to see that, but the thing is I'm in El Paso, so not only are military spouses are competing against each other here for jobs, but they're also competing with El Paso, and what kind of hurts a lot of spouses here is if you're not bilingual in Spanish, you're kind of shit out of luck.
Yep.
So, I'm taking the initiative to learn Spanish because, to me, this is a border town. Yes, I know a lot of people throw this, this is America, speak English. But, fucking El Paso was Mexico way before it was America. So I'm, taking that initiative to learn Spanish. However, it's still, it's hard to learn, especially when you're from Kentucky and you've got, this accent and you're trying to roll your damn R's. But anyways, but you're right, military spouses, they are underemployed, but then I also see military spouses that are picky about their job. They won't take a job that's, at Burger King or whatever. To me, a job's a job. If you're wanting a job, if you're wanting to work, if you want to make extra cash to pay off your debt, to pay your bills, you'll take a job. Don't be sitting around being picky that you're going to be flipping burgers, but, who knows, 2 years at Burger King, you can, move into management and earn that skill set, if that makes sense. So, but that's just been my experience with these women around here.
I think I understand, but I think that military spouses should be able to apply for better jobs.
And I agree.
Understand that. Yes. But
bong.
Yeah, whatever I can do. Another one I want to say is that for veteran unemployment, right? So post 9/11 veterans used to be crisis levels a few years ago. It's gotten better, but it's still an issue. Is that post 9/11 veterans are unemployed at a greater rate compared to the U.S. population. And so what can we do to better employ them? And I think that part of the onus is on your company or battalion commander. They need to make sure that you get the opportunities to transition properly. And so often they see these, skills, these workshops or whatever as contrary to whatever it is they're doing. And what I think is that these captains or whatever don't see the bigger issue of producing successful Army veterans as to getting a green check mark next to your name during command and staff.
Now I have a question for you in regards to this. Do you think it's the officer? Okay, especially just particularly when it comes to the enlisted personnel, right? Because let's face it, like not only are the senior NCOs responsible for the junior enlisted, but the officers are also responsible for the junior enlisted because we fall under you as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think... Wait.
Here's the thing. I used to personally counsel every single one of my person who's up for reenlistment. Personally. Because here's the thing. Ask them, why did you join the Army? What do you want to get out of the Army? And what do you want to do after the Army? You learn great things about these people.
Yeah. Well, do you think, though, that a lot of these company and battalion commanders are not stepping in to make sure that their junior enlisted are at the peak, what's the right word? Are going to be able to perform at the peak of their abilities or to get into the job field that would excel them through life because they're afraid of stepping over their line and crossing into a different lane where either the sergeant major or the first sergeant is going to be like, you know what, sir, ma'am, you need to get back into your lane and let the NCOs handle it.
What I think is the deal is that people, see people who are transitioning as liabilities. So if that person has to make a choice between going to a transition program and qualifying with a rifle, a company commander will say, you got to qualify with your rifle. In the Army rather than go to a transition program. Prioritize the immediate concerns of the Army as opposed to the long-term issues with the U.S. Army. People prioritize their own well-being on a PowerPoint slide as opposed to a soldier's long-term. And here's the thing is that as a leader, you have a long-term obligation to look after your soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
I look back at soldiers who now look back at me and they've wanted me to write letters of recommendation, who have asked me to help them on their civilian career, and I've always helped them. As a company commander, you have to own that.
Mm-hmm.
You will be that person that people go to years in the future. Take pride in that. That a person, sees you as worthy of helping them in their career.
Do you think, though, that a lot of these junior officers are scared or unwilling to take on such a leadership role when you've got, these seasoned first sergeants and sergeant majors and master sergeants and sergeants first classes who are like, no, the NCOs, we're leaders. Sergeants are leaders. NCOs are leaders. You go sit behind your desk, sir. Let us take care of this.
I can speak for myself. I was an HEC commander, so your NCO chain of concern is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that I counseled everybody that was in the reenlistment window, and those who didn't want to reenlist. Many of them were very sharp people
mm-hmm.
who went on to do great things. I always took care of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that every officer that's anything, you're voting on the future of the Army, whether they stay in the Army or whether they get out of the Army and they want to serve the Army as a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
you're voting in that.
No, I don't know. It's almost like it's almost refreshing hearing the officer side of this because, again, the majority of us here on the radio staff anyways, we're either active duty or prior enlisted, right? With a couple exceptions here and there, but the majority of us are enlisted. And so, just, going to, WLC and like being just drilled in over and over and over, and especially with that fucking saga that is the NCO Creed, which honestly, let's face it, like they could shorten the shit out of that. But anyways, I digress. It's been almost instilled in the junior enlisted, and I think junior officers as well, that, the NCOs are the leaders. And so it's very, very refreshing hearing your point of view and how you are like, no, I'm also a leader. I may be an officer, but I'm still a leader for my guys, and I'm going to make sure that everyone who's under me that I am in a leadership position over, like, I'm going to make sure that they're all taken care of. And it's so, so refreshing. And I wish more officers were like you. But that's just me.
I wish I could say it's profound, but I mean, I take a liking to, my soldiers.
Yeah.
Many have left the Army to do great things. And you may look down on people who leave the Army after the first term, but the vast majority of people that I have known that have left the Army after their first term have spoken very, very well of the Army.
Mm-hmm.
They're screaming maybe Army vet girl, or they may join the VFW, or somebody biked across the country, like bicycled across the country to raise awareness of veterans issues. These are people who are promoting the Army. Why would I not, do my best for them? And the worst thing, one of my soldiers had posted on Facebook something that may have led me to believe that he was being to harm himself. He wasn't.
Okay, that's good.
But I was concerned.
Yeah.
Perhaps overly so. And if that was my mistake, I'm sorry, but I care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when it comes to that, is there such a thing as overreaction? I don't think so. When it comes to suspicion,
he told me a story. And at one point, he did try to harm himself, and it didn't turn out well. And he jokingly said, "Hey, sir, I tried to kill myself once. It didn't turn out well. I'm not going to do it again." And we joked, but
yeah,
I care. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think you should. I don't think you should apologize for caring.
But he said something very poignant. He was down on his luck, and he said that people in his very small community, and he was kind of tied there based on his family situation.
Mm-hmm.
He said that people will put a yellow ribbon on their house to say that they support veterans, but when it comes to hiring a veteran, they don't say anything.
Yeah.
And when the time came, I made sure I wrote him a very, very strong letter of recommendation. And if you're a commander, make sure that you write these people very strong letters of recommendation. And I've done it probably half a dozen times. For the soldiers who have served under me, I've never turned them down. Make sure you do that to them. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you turn our soldiers into very well qualified, functioning Army veterans. It's the least you can do for our Army.
Yeah. And, you're right. And when, you talk to a lot of people, when you talk to a lot of veterans who have served in the Army, the majority of the time they say, like, I really enjoyed my time in. And that's the consensus amongst, all the veteran members of staff is we all fucking loved our time in the Army. And like I want to say, like the 99% of us who were forced out, we're like, we didn't want to fucking leave. But, we're kind of being pushed out.
The thing is that only 1 in 6 will make it to the 20-year mark.
Mm-hmm.
You look back at the Greatest Generation, those who served in World War II, most of them served for a few years, and then they left, and they did great things for America.
Yeah.
They left the military. They did the GI Bill. They built the American middle class. They carried us forward. There are. I really want to research this, so I want to get my back straight. But there are Nobel Prize winners who are recipients of the GI Bill after World War II. There are people who put us on the moon based on the GI Bill. There is no shame in serving, a few years and then doing something else.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Have you enjoyed your time here with us?
Absolutely.
Good. I'm glad. I think it looks like you have. I know I can see him. None of you guys can, but I can see him. He's been enjoying himself.
Yeah. I'll pull up the other my other iPhone because this tablet is running low. So go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Pooks.
Yes.
Oh, are you frozen yet?
No, it's raining really bad right now where I'm at.
Oh, it's raining?
Yes.
That sucks. I know
degrees?
Right? Do you have rain boots?
Maybe.
Pookie. Do you have rain boots?
I've got boots that I call shit kickers that are for rain, but they are camouflage. So, yeah.
Yes. Do you have rain boots? That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, everyone needs rain boots.
Hell yeah. We're kind of getting short on time really quick while he's grabbing another device. It's snowing in South Mississippi? God damn. It's too cold.
It's raining hot rain right now where I'm at. So
no.
Yeah.
we just had a phone I read phone but I'm thinking cold. We just had a cold front go through Texas yesterday. Oh my god, it was fucking windy as fuck. And then I woke up this morning and it was freezing.
Yeah, I went through here in El Paso too.
Ugh, it sucks. Like, I fucking can't stand winter.
People don't realize, like, in Texas, you go from, like, 80
to 30
like 40
the next
or 30
day.
Within hours.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, we're the South, technically, but apparently I need to go, like, south. Ugh.
Not even a year in office, Donald Trump has fixed
right?
warming.
Oh, that's right. He's been in. He's been in almost a year. Oh my god! Ow! Stop it! End one of them. Ow! That feedback is not fun. It's not nice.
That's not me.
I know it's not. But yeah, D. Trizzy has been in office almost a year. 8 days. In a week. In a fucking week. It'll be a year. Oh, is that going to be my show? Am I broadcasting that day? Oh, wait, no, wrong app. Wait. Oh, it's Saturday. Son of a bitch.
No, you could do like a late, celebration.
Right on Tuesday.
You can call him.
Right? Well, I mean, I had the 1 year mark of the election, so that was I guess that'll suffice. Oh my goodness. Pookie, you shared
ma'am.
while we wait for Crispin to come back. You shared an article today, and I kind of wanted to talk about it and the hilarity that it was for me.
Okay, I don't remember this. I have a short-term memory loss, like
God,
TBI issue. So what was it?
You're so bad at this. The Democratic candidate running for Illinois Attorney General was apparently robbed at gunpoint Thursday during a campaign photo shoot in Chicago. How those gun control laws helping?
Well, I mean, he took a photo shoot in a very negative neighborhood, trying to make himself like, I support the people. But yeah, okay. That worked well for you.
All right, so this article goes on to say the Chicago Tribune reported that Aaron Goldstein, who's 42, and members of his campaign team were approached by 3 men in their early 20s. One of the men had a handgun and demanded that Goldstein and the campaign aides turn over the camera equipment and their personal belongings, including their cell phones, which they did. According to the Tribune, law enforcement sources confirmed that they had no one in custody and did not release a description of the suspects. The man running for Attorney General got robbed.
Oh, shit.
And you know what? And he probably purposely didn't put out a description because it's like, I'm going to try and get these people to vote for me. I said it. Ugh, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Crispin!
I just had a skunk just roll up into my house.
Oh, no.
Hey, welcome.
Are you back, Crispin?
Yes. I plugged in.
We were just talking about how the Illinois Democratic candidate running for Attorney General was robbed at gunpoint in Chicago.
That's horrible.
I find it hilarious.
Irony.
Right? It's fucking ironic as fuck.
Hey, another shithole is a shithole.
Oh my god.
Oh, Pookie.
Sorry.
I love you.
Fucking mountain man Pookie out in fucking nowhere.
Godzilla's always watching.
Dude, your fucking laugh. Pookie.
Yes.
I need you to go over the show lineup, please.
Okay.
Okay. Right? Exactly, Casey. Isn't Chicago gun free? Why did that man have a gun? Gun control laws work. Damn it.
Goddamn gun free zones and shit.
But the sign, did they not see the sign?
No one sees the sign. You're in the army. You never saw the sign.
Hell yeah, I walked on the grass all the time.
Ace the base?
Ace the base. Yeah.
Right. I saw the sign. Open up my eyes, I saw the sign. Yes! Oh my god, yes. No, I need to jam out to 90s now.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue on with the show lineup, please.
Monday, we have a show. I mean, okay, I'm going to start this off bad. Every night of the week, we have a show starting at 2000 Eastern Standard Time. 2000 is 8 for y'all non-military people, but whatever.
Monday, we have a show. No.
No. Really?
Pookie.
I swear you want to stick a stick in my bicycle right now.
Keep going. Keep going. This is great. Keep going, Pookie.
No. We have a show every night of the week. Almost every night, except Wednesdays. We're working on that. We're doing some dark magic with Wednesdays. But every night of the week, we have a show starting at 2000 Eastern Standard Time. Mm-hmm. We have the taco truck, right?
Yes.
That's good old KJ.
Right.
It's a good show. I like listening to him. He like triggers me sometimes, but whatever.
Right. I think KJ is one of the few on staff who has like a different political leaning than a bunch of us, and so we're like our eyes start twitching. We're like, God, we love you, but God, just want to.
I love the guy to death. I love him. That's you know what the beautiful part about like having different opinions, right? Is that you can agree to disagree at one point. Yeah. So it's a good thing. Doesn't KJ have like a guest coming up here soon?
Great question. He does actually. Let me get this up here and going. So actually keep going with the run through and then I'll talk about all of our upcoming guests.
Well, Monday is you got me screwed up right now.
Oh my God. Okay.
Monday, Tuesday minus Wednesday. Thursday and Friday we get the show. Saturday night is Saturday Night Savagery. I'm sorry.
Pookie, you're so bad right now.
I failed. Sorry.
So bad. So bad. All right, y'all. Monday, we have the Monday edition with Ice and Flash. Tuesday, we have Tied Up Tuesday with myself, Minx, and Gray Cloud, our resident warrant officer. Then Wednesday, it's normally our gaming night. Thursday is Sergeant's Time, and that is with Ice, Mike Golf, and Doc Madness. Friday is Friday Night Freedom with myself, Minx, and Pookie. And then Saturday, we have Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy and Pookie, and sometimes Doc Madness. And then Sunday, we have our Green Room, which is our 420 friendly show, and that is with Jason and Charlie. All of our evening shows start at 2000 or 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon, we have Jose's Taco Truck, sponsored by KJ. And those shows, I think I said, already start at 12 noon Eastern. So our upcoming guests tonight tomorrow we have Luis Fernandez from Conus Battle Drills. On Monday, we have Anthony Anderson from Stolen Valor. Mom, why did you have to put this on my show? Tuesday, we have Chris Pozek. Oh, I said it! From Veteran Rideshare.
I knew you could do that.
Yeah, there's fucking a Z in there. I'm like, God damn it. I can't fucking word. Next Thursday at noon. So we have a noon KJ Taco Truck Show guest, Jonathan Davis from ESQ, or Jonathan Davis ESQ from Veteran Esquire Legal Solutions. And then next Friday we have Guardians of the Green Beret. That's going to be interesting considering I trashed the shit out of them on Tuesday. And then next Saturday, we have John M. Peck, who is a USMC veteran, who was a quadruple amputee and is a recipient of a double arm transplant. So he's going to be back on to talk to us about how things have been going. So yeah, so that's our fucking show. Crispin.
Hey.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
It was a good time. You had fun though?
And if you want to tie me up Tuesday, I got a reflector belt because we're always safe.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, he's going to be fun. Well, that's our show, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us this Friday. We will see you tomorrow for Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy and Pookie. So, everyone, have a good rest of your Friday night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Later.
Bye.